Welcome. Have you ever tried to make amala before? Well, here is a simple recipe, and you only need one amala powder to get this as fluffy and light as possible. So, in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I make my amala. Apply this to make a recipe for yourself at home and you would absolutely love it. So first thing I always do is boil my water, make sure my water is about piping hot, and then the next thing is I go in with the amala flour. So normally before I try to stir everything as I'm pouring in the powder, but I notice is not necessary. So try to stir in the first bit and the remaining powder just pour it in, put the plate down and start to stir. So make sure you've put the right amount of powder and I'll put the measurement down in the description. I've measured this specifically for you guys so you can find it helpful. So if you want to make for yourself, this recipe is definitely handy. All you have to do is stir this and keep mixing, making sure that it is soft. You don't want to stop mixing this, press it towards the pot. You need to make sure you feel the fluffiness before you stop mixing. So it's very easy to, stop mixing at some point and just drop it down and think it's ready. This is where the magic happens. So you have to mix this properly before you stop and let it cook. And you can see I'm gonna speed it up, but I'll just let you enjoy for a bit how well I'm mashing this before I let it cook. So I'm just gonna add a bit of water now, and I'm just gonna be using 1 cup of water that I've set aside all through this video. So I've added a bit of water and I'm gonna let that cook for a bit. So probably talking about roughly 5-10 minutes on a very low heat. So we're not cooking it fast, and please don't add all the water yet. I've saved just a tiny bit on the side in my cup just for me to bring the amala together towards the end. So this is just to give it like a extra moisture to it while we're finishing off. So I'm opening the pot, letting the steam to the side so you guys can still see the yumminess I'm making, and I'm going to start stirring again. So we start a bit slowly because it's not going to form together when you first start to mix it. So start a bit slowly and then just try and mash it so the water comes into the amala, and then from there you can start to stir it. You shouldn't be seeing any water running, so it should be thoroughly cooked. That's why you don't need too much water. And then I just started stirring there and I'm going to mash it like I did earlier. So I'm going to speed this up, but you get the gist. As I'm actually finishing off, I'm just gonna tell you guys a little story, and it's all about a lady who really loved Christ. And for the longest time she believed that she was not going to have sex until she got married. Unfortunately, she failed to set adequate boundaries and she found herself falling into temptation. And this is not a video or story to condemn anyone. It's just to remind us to set adequate boundaries, not to glorify ourselves in our strength, but to think about the weakest of our days and to set adequate boundaries and understand that at the end of the day, we're trying to please God and not any other person. But back to this Amala video, guys. Look at this. It is ready for us to enjoy with abula. I personally don't like abula, so you might be shocked, but if you do, please enjoy this Amala with your abula. It is the best. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and I will see you all in my next video. If you have any comments regarding this video, please share with me. And I'm just packing up the samala to finish the video. So thank you and I'll see you next video. Bye.